in your life is potentially dragging you down and trying to keep you in the bucket versus who in your life is cheering you on, who in your life is giving you permission to protect your energy and show up and rise regardless of what others think of you. So when you start to see someone in your life leveling up to maybe a level that you're not at yet, we naturally do want to pull them back down, just like the crabs do.
Welcome to Next Level You podcast. I'm Stefanie Dingbaum, your host, your biggest cheerleader, and your go-to girlfriend for real, raw, and uplifting conversations about leveling up in life. As a mental health therapist with over a decade of experience and a business coach helping women elevate their lives and businesses, I'm here to guide you through the mindset shifts, holistic practices, and manifestation tools you need to step into your most authentic, next level self. Whether you're here to ignite your personal growth, elevate your professional game, or simply rediscover you, this podcast is your invitation to dream bigger, go after your goals, and unapologetically claim the life you deserve. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's dive in. It's time to uplevel, manifest, and glow.
Welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Microdose, episode 107. And in case you didn't listen to the previous Microdose, I'm doing these quick episodes, these miniature episodes that I'm calling microdoses, because if you're in today's world and you're not living under a rock, you've all heard the term microdose. Ultimately, what I am giving you is a microdose of my knowledge, my wisdom, my insights as a therapist, as a coach, as a podcast host, but I'm giving it to you in short bits because I just decided it's time to mix it up a little bit. Just like everything else in my life, the podcast is getting a little bit of a facelift, and this is one of those changes I decided to make. So enjoy these short little micro episodes, if you will. Today's microdose is all about the crab effect. Okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say crab effect, when one crab tries to escape the bucket or climb out of the bucket, what you will see is the other crabs literally pulling it back down. But they're not doing this because they're mean-spirited or evil. They're doing it because they don't want to be left behind. Okay, so why am I talking to you guys about the crab effect today? I want you guys to understand and recognize that this is more than likely happening in your life in some way, shape, or form. If you are an entrepreneur, you've probably experienced this in your own life, regardless of how many years you've been doing this. So I really want to help you guys understand, one, who in your life is potentially dragging you down and trying to keep you in the bucket versus who in your life is cheering you on, who in your life is giving you permission to protect your energy and show up and rise regardless of what others think of you. So whether you realize it or not, this more than likely is happening in your life. And today is not about putting shame on who that person is or who those people are. That's not what I want to focus on today. What this really is about is just recognizing this pattern and that it likely is happening in your life, and not letting it drag you down, not letting yourself get pulled back into the bucket, but instead choosing to rise above and rise anyways, regardless of whether there's somebody trying to pull you back down or not. The reason I felt pulled to talk about this is because I have had damn near every client I've worked with experience this in their life. And I'm talking about coaching clients primarily because we're all on a growth journey, right? We are all, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, we're all growing, we're all evolving. The frustrating part, though, is that sometimes people that have been a part of your life for a long time before you started this entrepreneurial journey might be uncomfortable with the growth that they're seeing from you. Because whether they want to admit it or not, more than likely subconsciously, they are worried about getting left behind by you. And this is such a common occurrence, you guys. It's so common. I can't stress that enough. When you start to see someone in your life leveling up to maybe a level that you're not at yet, we do we naturally do want to pull them back down, just like the crabs do. And it's important to recognize that this is happening. Whether you're leveling up by starting a new business or leveling up by going after new goals in your life, or maybe just simply like altering your mindset, people get uncomfortable when they start to see a version of you that they weren't seeing previously. And they do try to get you to come back down to them. Most of the time, though, this isn't happening consciously. People aren't always consciously aware that they're doing this. A lot of the times, it's happening subconsciously. Okay. And how would you know that this is happening? Well, some signs that you might be noticing is they might, be dismissing your dreams or telling you that that sounds silly or unrealistic. There's no way that will work out for you. Things like that. They might be making fun of your goals, whether it's to your face or behind closed doors, and maybe you're finding out about it from others, poking jabs at like, oh my God, who does she think she is doing not just one business, but two, and then starting a podcast, like the audacity, right? Like those things get said, right? What those people don't realize is they're looking in mirrors, but this is all too common. So that would be another sign. Another sign that this is happening in your life is people will remind you of past failures, whether it be your own failures or other people in your industry who have failed, just to show you that, like, well, if other people can't do it, what makes you think that you can? That is very common. Typically, when people point that out to you, that's their own limiting beliefs that they are projecting onto you. So you don't need to take that on as your own. You can deny that internally. Are you ready to step into your most abundant next level self? What if I told you that what you wear and surround yourself with can actually help you manifest the life of your dreams? That's exactly why I'm so excited to share Future Self Apparel with you guys. It's a manifestation-focused lifestyle brand designed to empower you with affirmations, intentional products, and daily reminders to live your most abundant life. As a mindset and manifestation coach, I always preach about embodying your future self now, and that's exactly what this brand helps you do. Whether it's through affirmation-infused apparel, high vibrational products, or mindset shifting reminders, everything Future Self creates is designed to elevate your energy, align you with your desires, and help you become the person you are meant to be. Here's what makes Future Self Apparel so powerful. Every piece is created with intention, infused with positive affirmations and manifestation energy. Wearing or using these products is a tangible way to embody your highest self daily. And it's not just clothing, it's a mindset shift, helping you stay aligned with your goals and abundance. I've been obsessed with Future Self Apparel because it literally aligns perfectly with the work that I do, helping women build confidence, rewire their limiting beliefs, and create the life they've always dreamed of. So, if you're ready to step into your highest timeline and become the future self you've been manifesting, this is for you. Head to the link in today's show notes to shop Future Self Apparel and start living as the most confident, abundant, and aligned version of you. And another sign that this is happening in your life is that literally people will project their fears onto you. The example I just used is a great example of that. We all carry fears of failure, right? And so people who deeply care about us might project their fears onto you. And that could be a sign of the crab effect as well. Why does this happen? Well, it's not about you. It has literally nothing to do with you. It's about them, okay? Your growth literally threatens their comfort zone because we all like to keep people, including ourselves, in a comfort zone. And when you're reaching new heights, your success, what it does is it mirrors to them their stagnation. And them seeing that stagnation being mirrored back to them makes them really uncomfortable. And again, they want to bring you back to that comfort zone so that they're not uncomfortable. That's why this happens. So if you're being triggered by this, if you're seeing this in your life, don't take it personal. It's not a you problem, it's a them problem. But we're all constantly mirrors of each other. Okay. They're mirroring to you just like you're mirroring to them. And that's just like an ongoing common occurrence. But I think it's important that you recognize, one, who's pulling you down, and two, who's cheering you on in your life. Okay. So the pullers, those are the ones in your life who maybe downplay your wins, who discourage your dreams, who make you feel guilty for wanting more in life, who keep reminding you of who you used to be versus celebrating who you're becoming. So if you're noticing people doing this, again, it's not your fault. It's just a direct reflection of where they're at. And don't hold it against them, okay? We're all on our own different healing journeys, and they don't know what they don't know, okay? And don't make it your job to point that out to them. So if you recognize this happening with one individual or a group of individuals in your life, or whatever it might be, just remember this is not about you. This is about them. You keep going. You rise anyways. Their discomfort is not your problem. That's not a problem that you need to solve for them. Okay. The other side of the token, so you have the pullers on one side, but then you have the cheerleaders on the other side. Okay. This is way more important. The cheerleaders, these are the individuals who celebrate your wins, who encourage you to dream bigger, who hold space for your growth, and literally remind you of your power, especially in those times when maybe you forget. And so I'm sure you have people coming to mind as I'm talking about both of these, the pullers and the cheerleaders. What's important is that you continue to pour into these cheerleaders, because if they're taking the time to be a cheerleader for you, you deserve to do that for them in return. They deserve that from you in return. At the end of the day, the hard truth about all of this is that sometimes the pullers are family. Sometimes they are people that you deeply love, and sometimes they're old friends. And just know that this is normal. This happens a lot. And yes, it hurts, and it's okay to acknowledge that hurt, but you still have to protect your energy. Okay. So you can acknowledge how it makes you feel. You can acknowledge that maybe there's some grief involved with this, but at the end of the day, you also have to protect your energy, because if you're building a business and you're going after a dream, you can't let those individuals drag you down and ultimately talk you out of something that could be the biggest flex for you. So put your focus on rising anyways and protecting your energy while you do. And what really helped me in those moments was regular Reiki sessions, my own therapy sessions, and then just pouring into those cheerleaders or those people that I felt were validating and seeing my journey and encouraging me along the way. Okay, here's my challenge for you. Do an audit of your circle right now. Okay, do an audit. Ask yourself, who's pulling you back into the bucket? Who's cheering you on? And literally spend some time with those cheerleaders. Set boundaries with the pullers if you feel you need to. That's perfectly allowed. You're not doing anything wrong by putting boundaries in place. And again, rise anyway, even if you have to do it alone. Though I guarantee you don't have to do it alone. There is somebody out there who's cheering you on. I guarantee it. Even if they're not like a super close friend, somebody probably is. I have realized that some of my biggest cheerleaders have been people that I have met throughout my entrepreneurial journey at networking events, at conferences. And now we have become really good friends, and each other's literally like number one cheerleaders. Okay. So do this audit and let me know what you find out. I'd love to hear from you if you have some like really big breakthroughs from doing this audit. Okay, you guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope this was impactful for you. I hope this was helpful for you. And I can't wait to talk to you guys next week. Have a great rest of your week.
Real quick before you go, I just want to thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. And congratulations on showing up for you. Every step you take to invest in yourself brings you that much closer to your next level self, and I'm so proud of you. If you loved this episode, share it with someone who could use a little inspiration, or take a screenshot and tag me on socials so we can keep spreading the next level you energy. Thanks again for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Let's freaking go!